Hey, good morning, everybody. Dr. Bruce Guillory here with Health Source Chiropractic in Atascocita, Texas, coming to you this morning on January 28th of 2021. The last week of January is upon us, and we'll be jumping into February next week. Actually, it's kind of hard to believe that, but that's what we're doing. So anyway, hope you guys have had a great week so far. It's Thursday, what I call Friday Junior. And we'll be seeing patients this afternoon, starting at about 2:30. We got a lot of work to do this morning here in the office. And if you haven't met Maddie yet, Maddie is working at our front desk now, doing our insurance and billing. And awesome young lady. We're excited to have her with us. We wish Christina great success in her new ventures as she gets ready to wrap up college and move into something totally new and different. And we've been in touch with her a bunch, and she's actually helping Maddie out a lot, and still texting me and harassing me like she always did here in the office, having a good time. But anyway, good morning to you guys. I hope y'all are doing well. Today we're going to talk about a few health and wellness tidbits that I feel like I want to kind of revisit with everybody. I think it's a good time to do it. We'll actually have a link below to a recipe that I'll talk about in a second as well, and just some information about what's happening here in the clinic. But first of all, let me just remind everybody something that I started saying a year ago, right about now. A year ago, about now, we started seeing that this COVID-19 coronavirus situation was going to probably get out of control and travel across the world. It hadn't really begun to hit, I don't think, yet here in the States, maybe on the coasts, I don't remember, but certainly not here in the Harris County area very significantly, at least, or at least we didn't think it was here. We're not really sure when it actually got here. But nonetheless, it was really just beginning, and we had no idea what we were in for. We still kind of really don't know what we're in for, to be honest with you. But nonetheless, I started saying this a year ago, and I think it's a great time to kind of reiterate it again, because this is the kind of stuff that I always talked about when the cold and flu season, as I call it, would come around. And that is this. It's the cold and flu season, for instance, isn't really a season where the cold and flu bugs fly in for a couple of months and then fly back north after a certain amount of time. No, it's a season in our lives where our immune systems are way more susceptible to the cold and flu bugs because of a lot of reasons. One is wintertime. We don't get enough sunlight, which impacts our immune system unless you're taking vitamin D appropriately. We stay inside with the heat on like it is in here right now. It feels hot to me right now because the heat is cranking. And that tends to dry out things like our mucous membranes, which is a line of defense against all kinds of infections. And we don't eat quite as well because of the holiday season that we all just finished about a month ago. And now we got king cake and Valentine's candy and all that kind of stuff coming out. But nonetheless, there's a whole lot of things that we do to ourselves that create a perfect storm. And that perfect storm allows bugs to come in, jump inside us, and thrive. And the same thing can be said for coronavirus. We know that the people with the most challenged immune systems and the most challenged health conditions are the ones that are most susceptible to getting it and getting it badly, right? So a year ago at this time, I started saying there has never been a more obvious time in our history, to understand the importance of taking care of this, taking care of ourselves here and here, because this affects this, right? So it's so vital that we continue to do things to boost our immune system and cut out some things that knock our immune system down. Do you know it's been shown that one bad night's worth of rest has a measurable impact on your immune response? Did you know that drinking one soda has a measurable impact on your immune response, and not a good impact, either one of those? I'm talking a bad impact. So we have to really focus on cutting out more of those toxic situations, whether it's junk food that we're ingesting, or it's junk food for our mind, or it's a lack of rest, a lack of exercise, a lack of movement, whatever it may be. We have to start cutting out those things and trying to add in the new habits. Every Wellness Wednesday, I talk about, hey, this is a great time to evaluate yourself and go, what can I do better? What habit can I toss out the window? What habit can I pull in and start making part of my life? And it's the same thing every single week. And this is not just a one-time thing during a pandemic. This is actually something we should be doing all along. I've been using the term tweaking my lifestyle, optimizing my lifestyle, doing everything I can to make myself a little bit healthier, right? Just everything that I can. Because you know what? Honestly, nothing is foolproof. I can do everything right and still end up getting some illness of some sort. But we need to improve our batting averages. Hey, spring training's coming up soon. Hopefully, we'll have a normal baseball season this year because that'll mean the pandemic is under control enough to where they can do it. But spring training is coming up. Those guys are constantly they're constantly tweaking how they perform on the field, right? So we want to make sure that we live our lives like that too. We want to constantly tweak how we're living our lives so that we can perform better, so our bodies can perform better. And it's a never ending process. It is a game that never ends. So we've got to constantly be working on that. So what are you going to do now, today? What can you do today that would start to optimize your lifestyle and tweak your lifestyle in a positive way? What can you do today? What is that habit that you know you need to shake? Maybe it's something as serious as smoking, okay? Maybe it's soft drinks. Maybe it's not soft drinks, but it's energy drinks, which no one should be drinking whatsoever. So stay away from that poison. Maybe it is, I really don't like vegetables, but I know I've got to eat more of them. So I'm going to start eating more vegetables. I'm going to find some ways to eat more vegetables. Or I'm going to talk to Dr. Guillory about the Greens First supplement, which helps to supplement, not substitute, vegetables into your life, right? That's one of the things that I take on a daily basis too. So anyway, think about that today. Really just understand that the coronavirus is out there. COVID-19 is out there. It certainly has impacted our practice of late with patients having to cancel because of exposures or someone in their family has it and they're quarantining, all those sort of things. What can you do to build that immune system today? What can you do? We can help you. If you need help, you need to talk to us. Feel free to do that. But just understand it all really comes down to the four-pronged approach to health and wellness that we always talk about in some way, shape, or form. Eat well, move well, think well, and rest well. Yeah, eat well, move well, think well, rest well. Which one of those do you need to work most on today? All right, that's it for preaching for today. I want to tell you that down below, there's going to be a link to a great recipe that I've actually tried. I'd kind of forgotten about it, and I'm glad it ran across my news feed recently, or my memories in Facebook, because it's called a jalapeno veggie shrimp bake or something like that. It is really good, really good. I put way more shrimp in it than the recipe calls for, just so you know. I tweaked it a little bit to make it more full of meat, which I wanted, which is shrimp, I guess, protein. Anyway, but check that out. It's a great recipe. So if you've got some shrimp sitting in your freezer, you're wondering what to do with it, awesome recipe. You get some shrimp, you get some veggies. It's all good. Topped off with some Parmesan cheese, I think is what it is, if I remember the recipe correctly. I'm going to be making that with some friends before too long and enjoying that with them. So I hope you guys can put that to use also. Hey, so today we'll be in at 2:30 this afternoon to see patients. Busy, packed schedule. And then tomorrow, of course, is half day Friday. We'll work 8:30 until noon. So keep that in mind and give us a call at 281-852-5600. Let me back up just one step. I want to tell you that vitamin D is flying off our shelves. I just got a case in last week, and I just ordered another case today. It's zooming off of our shelves. So we're going to try to keep you guys supplied with an awesome vitamin D, which is really great for boosting your immune system, in addition to stronger bones, in addition to reducing chances of diabetes and a lot of other things. It helps with the healing process if you're healing from an injury. But it's an essential nutrient that we're almost always deficient in, especially this time of year. But it's a vital, essential nutrient that we need to be supplementing with anyway, but it's also been shown to be very impactful in how severe of a case of coronavirus you might actually get, of COVID-19 that you might actually get. So we're going to keep it stocked here, and we're keeping the price reduced also because of the pandemic. We want you on vitamin D, and a good quality vitamin D that's easily absorbable. Ours is in a sesame seed oil, which is a fat, and it is a fat-soluble supplement, so you really want that in there, and it's got a great flavor that all our patients love. So feel free to give us a shout for vitamin D. We got more coming in, so at 281-852-5600. Have an amazing rest of your week. Remember, when the weekend gets here, take some time to rest, relax, renew, and rejuvenate. We'll talk to you guys again soon.